Hi, and welcome to this latest 10x Leadership video. If you're new to the channel, the channel's all about helping you be a great leader. I was looking at some videos the other day, and there's one talking about the length of the video. And, quite often on this channel, the videos are 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes long. Um, the longer the video, the more likely it is to be going in depth into the topic and going to help you. So if you're looking for something that's just going to give you a quick answer, this probably isn't the channel for you. But equally, I don't think that just going and watching some videos that will tell you in 30 seconds how to, be a great leader are going to make a massive difference to you either. So my encouragement to you would be just invest some time, enjoy the videos, and hopefully you'll get lots out of it and will be a great leader. This week, excuse me, this week, it's the start of a new series. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to look at a new series called Modern Leadership. Now, if you've been watching the other 33 videos, you might be thinking, well, what were they then if not modern? Well, all of them are about modern leadership, but this week I was thinking it'd be really useful just to, I suppose, define what modern leadership looks like. I see lots of people who are sort of stuck in their ways, and they don't know where to go, and they don't know how to operate in the current world. So this is the start of a series. I'm just going to take you through what's going to be in that series, and then there'll be a series of videos beyond that that fill in the gaps basically. So what is modern leadership? Well, for me, there are three main parts to this. The first part is really about you as an individual, or us as leaders, and it's about adaptability. And it goes back to the point I've just made about making sure that we're keeping pace with things, because if we don't, we become obsolete. We're not going to be adding value. We're not going to be connecting with people. So the sort of summary of that is about adaptability. The second bit is about leveraging technology. Again, in order to keep up to date with things, we need to know about technology. And the third bit is really about, I suppose, interacting with other humans, the inclusivity piece. And it's wider than just inclusivity, but that was the sort of word I thought summarized that grouping. And all of this is just to enable us to navigate and, I suppose, be successful as leaders in a rapidly changing environment. I've been leading for 35 years. The pace of things now is just incredible. Used to take ages to get anything done. Now we're after instant fixes and instant reactions to things. So again, we just have to keep up. So for me, that's the sort of summary of what modern leadership is. I'm just going to go through each of those groupings because there's sort of sub activities below that, and they'll be the things that will, be the titles or the content for videos over the next few weeks. So the first one, adaptability. Really, this is, the main bit of this is about us as leaders being able to adapt to our environment, and also, I suppose, stay on track, especially when things get hard, but keep going in the right direction, which, is sort of summarized as resilience. So in one of the future videos, I'm going to cover off both adaptability and resilience and, what they mean in more detail, and how we as leaders can make sure that we are adapting and we are resilient. There's also, though, continuous learning and growth mindset. And there's also, how do we make sure that we're future oriented rather than, getting stuck in the past. And again, I will do some videos on these. That middle one, though, the continuous learning and growth mindset. A few videos ago, so episode 31, I did a video called Successful Leaders Have a Growth Mindset. So rather than do another video about it, if you want to know about continuous learning growth mindset, why they're so important, why they are so important to be a modern leader, go and have a look at the video. It's doing quite nicely, quite a few people looking at it, and go and have a look at that. The second area is about leveraging technology, and I've picked that image deliberately. My background, certainly the last 20 odd years or so, has been in technology. But lots and lots of people pull that sort of face when we talk about technology, especially technology in a leadership context. But what I want to do in these videos will be just showing you that you don't have to worry about technology. It's just another tool. That's why I've got the little icon in the bottom, the sort of Swiss Army knife. All of this is just about tools and mindsets and techniques that you can have in your tool set or your toolbox that will help you be a better leader and a great leader. So in the leveraging technology space, feel free to groan, but I think once you've watched the videos, you won't be. This is about technology awareness. So things like AI, ML, LLM, already you'd be thinking, well, what's he on about? So artificial intelligence, machine learning, large language models, apps, agile methodology. These are things that as leaders we need to know about because they are tools that we can use to make our teams more effective, and they help us collectively deliver. You're not expected to know how to create these things. You're not expected to know the details of them. But as we'll see in the videos, what you are expected as a leader is to understand them because they can make a massive difference to you and your teams, especially if you're using them as tools to make your business more effective and efficient. I mean, there's lean in there as well that I haven't even mentioned, but we will look at lean as well. And again, there are lots of videos out there that go into lots and lots of detail about what they are, and I'll probably signpost to some of those. What we're going to be talking about is why are they relevant to us as leaders? What do we need to know? How can we leverage the technology to make us better leaders and to get more out of our teams? The other bit in this area is systems thinking. In short, it's just really about how do all the things glue together to make something work. So in my mind, especially because I've done IT for so long, everything is just part of, it's like part of a website or an app. Everything has to work together for the thing to work properly. That's what system thinking is. And lots of people get very focused on one bit of it, and they don't think of all the other interactions and dependencies. And that's why things often don't work. So again, nothing to worry about with any of these technology topics, but they are really, really relevant for you as a leader and, as a modern leader. And I suppose, modern leadership for me is about sort of 10x type leadership approach. So doing things differently, doing things better, and certainly leveraging technology is one of the things that can, make you go from an ordinary leader to a sort of 10x type leader. And the last grouping, I said I called, inclusivity. It's really about the people and how we engage with them. So it covers a number of topics, including empowerment and decentralization. So there's some really good evidence that shows that lots of things that people did as leaders in the past that made them successful and got them to where they are not needed going forwards. So we'll talk about some of that in those videos. So this is about empowering people, decentralizing things, letting go and letting others control things, which is not easy for lots of leaders. It's about collaborative leaders, so not just being a hero and going off and doing things on your own. For me, this sort of links to the systems leadership piece as well. So we'll be talking about collaborative leadership. There's cultural intelligence and inclusivity. So this is, largely the diversity inclusion space. But, for me, it's sort of wider than that, but also a bit vaguer than that. There are lots of companies are looking at things like social inclusion, social value as well. And that is important for society going forwards. There's ethical leadership and responsibility. So again, that's very similar, and the social responsibility stuff fits here as well. Talking of which, today should have been Santa's on a Bike Day, which basically is a thing in the southwest where loads of motorcyclists get together, dress up as Santa, and hundreds and hundreds of them, and they basically just travel from one place to a meeting place to a children's hospice in Bristol to raise money for the hospice. There are a number of these events across the southwest, mostly in the winter, of course, because it's Santa's, but there is a summer one as well. Because of the weather warning today, it's been cancelled. So I did manage to get my gear on and go out yesterday just to try and, remind people it still exists. But, linking back to the sort of ethical leadership piece, there's a link there, there's a QR code. Might be difficult to scan, of course, if you're looking at this on your phone. But if you want to donate, then if you scan that code or look for Santa's on a Bike, either on the internet or on Facebook, it will take you to the site. And then, I was trying to support the Bristol Children's Hospice, and that's what that link takes you to, the I think it's their GoFundMe page, or not, sorry, GoFundMe, Just Giving page. So if you want to donate, that'd be fantastic. The final bit is about emotional intelligence. So again, this is what emotional intelligence is and how it's useful and how it helps us connect with individuals. So leaders connecting with individuals, but also, I suppose, leaders connecting with other leaders and everyone else, including their bosses. So there's about, 10, 12 different videos here that will form part of the series. As I say, this is just a sort of intro to it. Hopefully it's given you a flavour of what we're going to cover, and there'll be some interesting things in there that you'll want to go and explore. As I say, no apologies for longer format videos. Leadership isn't easy. We can make it easy. We can, if we learn the tips and tricks, but understanding what they are takes some effort, like anything. So if you want to be a great leader, keep tuning in. And over the next few weeks or so, I'll be covering quite a lot of those topics. I might throw in some other videos depending on how it goes, just to break it up a bit. But roughly the next couple of months, these are the sorts of videos we're going to be going through. That's it for today. As ever, if you think this video is useful, give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us, I suppose, get more coverage and enable more people to see these videos. It doesn't cost you anything. Really, it's the only favour I'm asking, that you just click on the subscribe button. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends and colleagues who will benefit from understanding these topics and everything else we've already got on the video, on the channel. And if you've got ideas for other videos, there are things that you don't understand, just put it in the chat, and it'd be great to hear from you. All right, thanks very much. See you in the next video.